Small is better in modern economy. Andrew Sheng, Korea to Korea, Herland ANN, is a big always good. How are the biggest companies in the world doing? Prior to the global financial crisis, it was always assumed that bigger was better. Every company strives to become a global company with scale, global reach, and brand reputation. Telecoms to supermarkets try to be global and dominate global trade, especially in opening new markets and putting in place global supply chains. With the invention of the Nespresso capsule and coffee machine, Unilever brought top quality coffee direct to your home in 2014. The Fortune Global 500 largest companies generate 31.2 US dollar trillion in revenues, 1.7 trillion US dollar in profits, and employed 65 million people. The largest of them, ICBC Bank of China, has 3.3 trillion US dollar in assets. But as Walmart, the largest global retail, signaled a profit warning, have global companies packed as the world moves into secularization. The Fortune magazine analysis of the global 500 companies showed that between 2005 and 2015, the geography of these companies changed elastically. Advanced country, US, Europe, Spain, and the Japan companies had struck from 452 out of the 500, 19.4% to 353 companies, or 70.6% of the total. The big entrant is China, 98 companies, or 19.6%, compared to only 16 or 3.2% 10 years ago. In industry, we also had more global companies than 10 years ago. Other than China, technology was the big disruptor. The newcomers that become big through technology such as Apple, Google, Amazon, Visa, and Facebook have market value per dollar of physical assets than other giants such as GM, Exxon, or the like. Even was the age of the 20th century, software-defined 21st century companies. No company demonstrated this disruptive shift more than the Trick of Kodak, the company that created the chemical film and photo industry. By ignoring the challenge of digital media, this is charter of itself. Technology is disrupting the world of hard assets in more ways than one. Example: the choice and alternative energy revolution in the form of solar, wind, and nuclear power mean that fossil fuel producers such as oil, gas, and coal production companies must write off the daily set heavy exploration costs. This little made sense that at an oil price of 120 US dollar per barrel, but not at the present price rate of the 14 US dollar to 15 US dollar per barrel. The third disruptor of the technology is the post-crisis reforms and financial regulation in the periods of low interest rates. Large companies like GE made money from financing in effects rigging their capital. General Motors made more money from car financing than from making cars. One flag legislation threatened to make them financial holding companies subject to many complex rules. These industrial giants decided to get out of the finance business. Furthermore, the regulatory reforms also cut back on global bank profits by requiring large collateral or liquidity increases and imposing huge compliance costs. Global banks and shrinking their balance sheets and lowering risk appetite appetite to concentrate on where they have competitive advantage. At the same time, high regulatory costs and the constant need to increase transparency in causing many family-owned companies to rethink the benefits of going public. Instead, there is more delisting and less IPOs in many markets. The total number of listed companies, according to the World Federation companies, according to to exchange, remains relatively small at 44,540, with market capitalization of the 63.5 US trillion. At the end of 2014, roughly 21% of global financial assets. Such disruptive force means there are four companies on the Fortune Global 500 list shrank from the 61 years half a century ago to 16 years by 2014. Competition is no longer coming from existing gains, but from minerals in emerging markets that are growing to become stocks, as McKinsey Global Institute called in its latest book. The other disruption, while minerals trading to be checks, these are the small and mid-sized enterprises around the world that have begun to access global markets through the internet. In China alone, there are only 2,008 D-list companies compared to roughly 14 million SMEs. So, with the IPO window was temporarily closed after the ASA, 2 million thousands of startups lined up to the register on the third new market, the old recovery market for transaction in unlisted company Sheng. Big companies are discovering that at the growth size they become too complex to manage and not just too big to fail. The problems to work through working and its emission quality control turned out to be a serious governance issues. While reputation is demanded as the Japanese air-backed manufacturer Takata discovered, the consistency can be governed further from an investment point of view. Large cap companies do not necessarily deliver superior returns compared with small caps. Indeed, the real returns come from nurturing startups to become unicorns, companies that are valued at more than $1 billion as private equity and angel funds have learned to do. This is of course some conscious that even technology startup valuations have become the bubble, but as long as investors are betting with their own money, let them be in developed and the systemic impacts will not be that big. My own bet is that the next Apple will start up no one would have heard of even 5 years ago. It will probably be in the biotechnology area, producing a new drug or medical tool that will change healthcare or medicine. This is more likely to come from an Asian startup because of the massive efforts of the Asian governments in fostering new entrepreneurship from Osaka or Shenzhen, Singapore, and Bangalore. The lesson is simply skill. There have so many been able to access so much knowledge that and so many makers will such speed and ease. The time of small companies in new markets is only just beginning. Of course, many innovation SME will be bought up by the giants. That is stark desire of corporate life. As in the jungle, Germany's small plants fight for sunshine. In morning, one of them begins to tall the tree, only to die and feed the next generation of trees and trees, which means if this disruption and survivors will be the small governments will do well to foster an ecosystem for innovation and change. And the Czech is an adjunct professor at Tsinghua University, Beijing, and the University of Malaysia, which is formerly the chairman of Securities and Affairs Commission in Hong Kong.